My girl's been saying she thinks I should start hitting the gym, and your video came up on YouTube. I'm thinking to start, but should I have to if she's the only one that wants me to go? I'm pretty sure there's many people that can relate to this, whether you're the girlfriend or the boyfriend in this situation. So first off, before anybody chimes in with the "it's your body, it's your choice," blah blah blah, no shit. But what I want to do is give my honest opinion on various scenarios within this answer. So in the first scenario, let's say that you was in shape when you met her, but now you've completely fell off. In that scenario, I'm going to say yes. And in that, I am factoring in, obviously, as we age, we're going to pack on a little bit of weight and not look as great as when we first met somebody, especially if it's been years down the line. However, that is no excuse to absolutely look like shit. So if you look completely different and you're packing on the weight and it looks like it's continuous, then yeah, of course, you should be able to bring it up and just let you know, like, yo, I think you need to head back to that gym. And I don't think you should take it any type of way. Now, scenario number 2, you've never been into the gym. However, you are currently an unhealthy weight and it's only getting worse as you're aging. I don't think there's any issue in that scenario with her at least bringing this topic up to you, because at the end of the day, even if you was that way when she met you and you was never into gym, as you get older, if you're at an unhealthy weight, there is going to come to a time where it is going to catch up with you. It's going to impact your organs, it's going to impact your joints. So all these people you see running around, predominantly on TikTok, saying about like health at every size, it doesn't matter.
I realized it was okay to be fat when I saw other people okay with being fat. They had belly lines and big stomachs and big arms and they didn't care. From there, I unfollowed all of the weight loss pages and I just followed a whole bunch of fat creators, which then led me into following people into fat liberation.
All these 20-year-olds saying that they haven't lived life yet. If you speak to obese people like over the age of 35, 40 plus, they soon realize that it does have a huge toll on their body. So in this scenario, of course, your partner has the right to be somewhat worried about your health and probably wants you to get fitter and healthier and overall eat better. But if they went over the top and like gave you a picture of Chris Hemsworth, aka Thor, and said they want you to like this, obviously that's unreasonable. However, I would definitely still try and aim to become fitter. But overall, this mindset that you can't talk about weight or something like that with your girlfriend or boyfriend, to me is a little bit concerning. And I've got to be honest, online it is mainly women that I've seen say that it's kind of out of order for your partner to bring up your weight. I would leave him. But ironically, in saying that, I've got 2 responses to show you guys. So the first one here is by this lady, and she's basically saying that I understand why you're probably upset. However, physical attraction is very important in a relationship. What if your boyfriend rapidly gained weight and looks very different from before? Would you still be 100% attracted to him? Which I think is a very sound and logical question, because it's not one way. Whereas this one here is actually by a guy, and his one in summary is, tell the guy to get lost. And basically calls him even asking her about her weight as abuse. And I'm here to say that is complete bullshit. Because if you can't have a real conversation with your girlfriend, boyfriend, or your friends, period, then you guys wasn't meant to be, and they definitely aren't your friends. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta slate them or berate them, but you definitely are allowed to at least bring up the topic and see how it goes. For example, if for whatever reason I decided to quit going to the gym, quit walking, and gain around 50 pounds because of pure laziness for the most part, I would not force or expect my girl to be okay with that and just be like, okay, it's cool. It's not gonna happen. And the same goes for her. If she randomly gained weight, I would probably say something too. Actually, now that I think about it, I can tell you a quick story time, because this actually happened to us. So my girlfriend around last year stopped the gym for about 3 months and started gaining weight, started snacking a lot more. And in essence, she then built up an anxiety of going back to the gym because she felt like she doesn't look as good as she once was in the gym. So she had like a loop of not wanting to go to the gym, but that was making her feel bad. And it was like a cycle. And she kept moaning about it repeatedly. I'll be completely honest, I didn't notice the weight gain straight away. But when she kept mentioning it, I noticed it. And after months of her complaining and being upset and feeling down about it, one day I just said, you know what? We're going to the gym. It doesn't matter what you do in the gym, but we are going in the building together to try and beat the anxiety of going to the gym. And surely enough, on the way there, she was vexed. However, once we finished and was on the way back, she was actually really ecstatic that she actually finally made it.
I feel great! I can do this!
Because the overwhelming thought of going to the gym was the biggest fear for her. But once she got there and realized nobody's looking at and nobody cares, she was happy. And from that point, she got back into going to the gym and didn't feel gym anxiety. And I think I even filmed a vlog on the channel showing it. Some of you probably already saw it. But in that scenario, that could have been an uncomfortable conversation. And to be honest, it was. That drive to the gym was the quietest drive we've ever had. But it was like after months upon months, something had to change. So I had to have that hard conversation. And surely enough, it worked out in the benefit. Now she's going to the gym by herself. Now doesn't even think twice about it and enjoys it again. So it's one of those scenarios where you should be able to have the conversation. So overall, I really do want to stress that it's not shallow to have these conversations. So if your girl's saying this to you, one, it's a real thought that's came in her head, and two, it may be needed for you, because when it comes to these radical changes, sometimes it actually can be something more than just being lazy, maybe something deeper that you have to have a conversation about, or even if it is simply just you are just gaining weight because you're eating more than usual for no other mental healthy reason. At the end of the day, it's better for her or any other partner out there to intervene before it's too late, because once you intervene at someone when they've gained maybe about 20 pounds, it's a lot easier to lose that 20 pounds if you left it for months upon months or years upon years to the point they've gained like 80 pounds, because that journey now is a lot bigger and a lot larger. And I do want to caveat this conversation because someone loves to always use as a shield. They'll say, what
if someone has thyroid issues? What if someone has this, that, and the other?
I'm talking about a regular person that starts gaining weight. There's too many overweight people out there that use other people's medical issues and disabilities to try and shield themselves. You know what I mean? There's a difference between someone that's lazy or people that are disabled or have some sort of medical reason why they're gaining weight. That scenario there is a different kettle of fish. Now moving on to scenario number 3 now, which is the one I kind of veer towards potentially no, you don't have to start the gym. So in this scenario, if you're someone that's not even necessarily overweight or anything, you look the same as the day that you met her, but now she's into fitness and now she wants you to be.
If there's one thing women love, it's a vascular man.
So in this scenario, the reason why I'm leaning towards no is because just because they've gained a new hobby doesn't mean you have to. So the same if it was anything, if they started doing golfing, ballet or something, you shouldn't then have to adopt that because they like it. So in this scenario, you don't really want to start the hobby and you're not really out of shape or really overweight. I would say if you don't want to, put your foot down and say no. However, I have to say that fitness is a very, very big thing. Fitness is not just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. It's not like someone that picks up doing painting or something where if you don't want to get involved, it won't really affect the overall relationship too tough. Whereas fitness will. For example, if that person is now really going to fitness, it's going to change the way they eat, so the food you're going to be consuming at home.
How can you put that filth into your body?
It's going to potentially change like how often you go out for meals. It's going to change their overall mindset towards certain things. Maybe the activities they do, they may want to go for walks more. They may want to live a more active lifestyle. And if you're someone that's totally against that, this is really going to put a strain on a relationship. So before you thoroughly say no to the hobby of starting the gym because your girl wants to, obviously it's your choice, but you have to factor in, if you two tend to have like quite a different outlook now when it comes to general things regarding life, you're going to tend to grow apart. So you have to consider before you completely say no is whether taking on this hobby is worth it for this girl or you're adamantly against it. If you really don't want to start and you don't want to do it, you're going to feel resentment, then, you know, chances are that over time, you're probably going to split up. But that's just for you to know going in. So for the person that asked this question, ultimately, yes, it's your choice. But I would say at least give it some thought and try to understand why they're even suggesting it to you. Maybe it's something for you both to do and bond over. There's many scenarios. Ultimately, my recommendation is to start. But if you thoroughly are against it, you know what I mean? I can't really make it, neither can she. But at the very least, I would at least consider it. And to those of you watching, if any of you have gone through anything like this, please drop what happened in your scenario down below or your thoughts on it, period. Very interested to find out. No BS, no super woke answers. Give your honest, real opinion on this topic. Should someone's partner be able to suggest for them to go to the gym? And what would you do if your partner said it to you?
Game? What's a game? Oh, a game.
Anyways, people, thanks for watching the video. Please drop it a thumbs up and a like. I want to do more of these videos. And if you have any questions you'd like to see me answer, be sure to drop them in the comments and I may answer one of them in a video in the future.